We are with first-year head coach at UMass, John Micheletto, your first coaching position in college hockey and in Hockey East nonetheless.
Well, obviously one of the, if not the premier college conference in the country. So starting out in Hockey East is a thrill for me, and at a program like UMass with everything we have going on here has been very exciting.
UMass was looking at over 50 candidates. Some of them turned down this opportunity, but you said yes, and you actually said that you weren't in any rush to take a head coaching position. So why did you feel this was the good fit for you?
Well, first of all, I was in no rush to take any head coaching position because I was in such a good situation in Burlington working with Kevin Snedden. I have a lot of respect for him and the job that he's done, and we've had a long relationship. So looking for the right opportunity was really important to me and my wife. So when the UMass position became available, I saw what sort of support they had, what kind of young men we had in the program currently, the type of support that we have in the community for the hockey program. I really thought it was a no-brainer.
Working with Kevin Snedden and being at UVM for so long, you were the director of recruitment there for some time. What kinds of things did you learn from that experience that will help you in this head coach role?
Well, mostly you want to get the right people. Having them be great hockey players is almost secondary. If you get good people, it eliminates the number of headaches that you have. Everybody's focused on the same goal. Obviously, they're good citizens within the community and within the city of Amherst. So if we start there, that's always the place that I want to be. After that, then you look at individual skills and things that are going to fit into the type of system that we want to play. But first and foremost, being good people is what we want to do here.
And speaking of talent, you've coached many great athletes at Notre Dame, at Union, even the U.S. under-18 team. You're assistant coach there. So what kinds of experiences did you have there that will help, again, with this situation and just working with so many talented players in the past?
Well, not only talented players, but talented coaches. You take a little bit philosophically from everybody that you work with, and then certainly the diversity of the players that I've been involved with, Americans, Canadians, Swedish players, different cultures, kids coming from different systems. It's really all about melding those individuals into a team, regardless of what kind of background they have. Again, it's all about making sure that you bring those guys together and are really working towards that common goal.
And to get to that common goal, what are you able to do over the summer? Obviously, guys are spread out all over the country because they're training on their own, but I'm sure you've reached out to them at this point. What have you said, and what are you trying to encourage them to do to be ready for this big change?
Well, I think the guys are doing what they need to do to be ready. They don't need me breathing down their neck at this point. I think they're eager for the opportunity to prove themselves among the very best in our league. Everybody that I've spoken to has been really excited and really working hard. They've been following the program from our strength and conditioning coach, George Green, who's done a nice job of keeping them moving in the right direction during the search process before I got in. So I have no question in my mind that they're going to be physically ready for the big challenges ahead of us. I
talked to some of the guys, and they said they're really excited to have a fresh start. And like you said, they want to prove themselves. So what do you think it's going to take to really get to where you want to be, maybe the 500 mark? I don't know what your particular goals are, but at least get a winning season this year.
Well, it's all going to start from accountability. We need to turn pucks over in order to play on offense, and that's going to be really what our system is predicated on. So takeaways and turning those takeaways into offense is really what it's going to be all about. So that commitment to defense is certainly going to be where we need to start in order to let all of our skill players run and have a lot of fun.
You went to the Frozen Four with UVM not long ago. I know you want to get back there. Who doesn't? But what is it going to take, especially in this culture where sports is so important to UMass? You're surrounded by the basketball team, the lacrosse team, the football team. They want to see the hockey team do really well, too. What is it going to take to get to the Frozen Four this year? Well,
obviously it's going to be a fully committed effort from all the guys in the room, as well as all the support staff helping them attain that goal. But I'm also not naive enough not to know that it takes a little bit of luck. You need some puck luck and things to bounce your way here and there along the way, and that allows guys confidence to continue to be fed. And that's really all it is. Once you get that ball rolling downhill, then it's kind of step aside and let the players play.
Now, I know you're in the hunt for an assistant coach right now. Can you give us the update on that?
We are in the hunt for an assistant coach. So there are no updates at this point. We're hoping in the next couple of days perhaps something should shake loose. But right now, again, we're just in the process of trying to find somebody.
But you have some people in mind.
Well, you can't work in this business for 20 some odd years and not follow people and make sure that you know who are the bright young stars out there, or the guys that have really put in their time and are going to make a good fit for what we want to do here.
Now, you don't get to pick any of the talents that's on the team right now. So you really have to work with what you have. Mike Pereira, Connor Sherry, Kevin Boyle, they're all returning great players. What are you going to do using this ammunition that you have to really get to where you want to be?
Well, I want to rely on our strengths. I think I'm a big believer in making sure that we're allowing guys to utilize their strengths to their fullest. And we're trying to minimize weaknesses. I'm not going to change guys completely to make their weaknesses into strengths. So we want to bolster their weaknesses to be where they're adequate and we can live with them. And then we can really get their positives and strengths out to where they're really helping us. So all those guys we're going to try to put in position to have a lot of success. We're going to, like I say, play fast as we can and try to get ourselves in offensive situations as much as possible. And then we're also going to teach our guys to think on the ice, and they've got to problem solve, because that's the biggest thing we're going to do. If we're going to play fast, there are going to be opportunities for us to turn the puck over, and now we've got to problem solve and manage those mistakes so that they don't hurt us and get us back into the positives.
You're not the first coach to switch from one Hockey East team to another at some point down the road, but is it going to be a little awkward at first, would you say, for the first time you're facing Kevin and the team?
Well, it's when you're in the business for a while, you're used to.
All blends together.
Yeah, you're used to playing against people that you used to work with. You're used to playing against guys that you recruited. You're used to playing against your alma maters, whatever it happens to be. So you do try to minimize those personal aspects that do tend to creep into it. So I'm sure it'll be a little unusual to look across the bench and see a guy that I had been working with for 9 years. But it'll also be, a nice situation to go back, see friendly faces. Maybe after the puck drop, they won't be so friendly, but I'll definitely look forward to it.